In Stealth Inc. 2, you play the role of a clone escaping a sinister and high-tech testing facility. Stealth Inc. 2 tests both your brain and your reflexes over 60 varied levels linked together in a sprawling overworld. Welcome to episode 68 of the 5 T's of Stealth, where we will be discussing Stealth Inc. 2, a game of clones. Once again, the 5 T's include tasks, terrain, tools, threats, and tension. These are what I consider to be the fundamentals of stealth gaming. Well, let's get it out of the way and allow me to say I dropped this game. I completed the first two sectors and half of the third and just wasn't having a good time at all. I wasn't really a fan of the first game, and with this sequel feeling like more of the same, I decided to bail. I noticed there are X and Y missions for each sector as well, but I'm not exactly sure what those are and did not unlock them. So with all that said, I believe I completed about half of the game. Your objective in each individual test chamber is simply to get to the exit. This usually involves solving some sort of puzzle, then activating a terminal to unlock a door. There are also clones on each level to be saved, which more or less function like a collectible. I should also mention that the final level of each sector, not counting the X and Y missions that I'm clueless about, contains a boss level, but your objective remains mostly unchanged. In this game, it seems there is a big story change from the first. While in the first game, you were simply testing out a product, in this game, the clones are loose in the facility, and one of the top employees is testing them, hoping to eliminate them and solidify his rank at the top of the monthly rankings. Honestly, I'm not even 100% sure about that, but it's at least what I think is going on. Puzzle stealth games always have a unique fit when it comes to discussing terrain, since the map design is usually just puzzle design. These are not rooms for you to move through and explore while dodging guards, but rather puzzles that need solved with guards as puzzle mechanics. As I mentioned earlier, this game also includes running around in the facility. This is somewhat similar to a 3D platformer hub world, but not exactly. Basically, you run around the facility while searching for test chambers to solve. As you progress, you will unlock new gadgets for puzzle solving and for map exploration, giving this game some light Metroidvania aspects as well. In terms of actual puzzle mechanics, I've only got a few to mention, and I'm sure I'll be missing several that would have been introduced later on. There are air currents or fans to launch you, presence detecting lasers which will activate or deactivate something in the area, boxes to push, pressure sensors, and steam that obstructs the vision of robots. There are also different color laser walls that allow different items or objects to pass through. Blue walls reset your gadgets while green walls don't allow you to pass. Some of the puzzles were solid while others could be annoying. I was also not a big fan of running through the facility while looking for the test chambers, but mileage will vary. Just like the first game, you once again play as a clone. Basic movement is decent with ledge hanging, a jump, and a crouch. The goggles you wear indicate how hidden you are, which is similar to mini games, with Splinter Cell being the first to come to mind. If your goggles are green, then you are hidden. If they're red, then you are in the open, and orange is somewhere in between or partially visible. Throughout my playtime, I unlocked 2 gadgets, but I'm sure there would be more if you play the whole game. The first I unlocked is the Inflate-A-Gate. This is basically your own personal inflatable box that you can move from afar and use to launch yourself. Honestly, I had such a horrible experience getting the timing right for launching yourself while using keyboard and mouse that I switched to controller, where I had much more success. The second gadget is the Jackbox. This allows you to hack and control enemy robots. You control their movement as well as their laser, which is then used in puzzles. There's a little hacking minigame when you use this tool, and it's super fast and super annoying, making it basically 0 for 2 on the gadgets for me. They both just irritated the hell out of me. So aside from the dangerous traps, what else is a threat to you? There are several different robots that you have to look out for. Cameras aren't exactly the same, but they do exist in this game and will lock doors if they spot you. There are robots that just walk around and will shoot you if they spot you. There are other robots that always know where you are if you're in the light and will move towards your location, only stopping when you are in the dark. Turrets are present and will shoot on sight. This game has an interesting take on the dog archetype and basically has these robot dogs with a megaphone head. They simply chase after you while blasting music, but don't seem to actually attack. This game also added kamikaze robots that just sprint at you when they spot you and blow up. Lastly, there are sentinels, which are your boss enemy. These are giant robots that have a circle around them that basically detects your presence. Oh, I guess I should mention that all enemies have a vision cone. Anyway, sentinels can basically detect you in every direction and will quickly spin around to blast you. They also seem to have missions that restructure a lot as you slowly hack all the terminals in the rooms. Basically, sentinels play by their own rules and chase you around, causing chaos. Stealthing 2 is honestly pretty difficult, but not really in a stealth way, and not really even in a puzzle way. The first comparison I can think of while writing this review is a game I have not played called Level Devil. This is a 2D platformer that basically just tricks you so you keep dying over and over until you learn all the tricks. That's honestly how Stealthing 2 was starting to feel. The game would pull something random to catch me off guard and then keep doing it while requiring precise moments. It just really did not click for me. I found myself feeling frustrated more than anything else, and considering that I was pretty mixed on the first game, it only made sense for me to bow out. This franchise is in a bit of a weird spot for me simply because on paper it should hit pretty hard. What I'm trying to say is that theoretically this game checks a lot of boxes for me. However, it just doesn't feel great to actually play, and for that reason I don't feel bad giving up on it. I absolutely like the setting. This company that's testing products on clones is just so interesting. It's also got a bit of a comedic tone, which is enjoyable as well. Stealthing 2 lands in a similar spot as the first game for me, which is why I didn't really feel the need to push on. On paper, it seems like it should be a free win, but for me, when it comes to actually playing the game, the only feeling I'm left with is frustration.